too. Just bear with us. First of all, I just want to say what a great environment to play in. Just so impressed with the atmosphere. It's such a classy place and a classy program. Obviously, the leader, Susan Merchant, she's a class in the Big Ten, and she's a heck of a coach. And she had a lot of freshmen out there that were giving us fits, so I think the future's really bright for Michigan State. I absolutely love my team, and I have a lot of confidence in them. And I was very happy with the fact that we played in Alaska against Anchorage and struggled in the first half and didn't hit shots. That helped us win this game. If this had been our first time this season where we were struggling from the field and not scoring and our two big scorers were shut down, I think we would have lost. But we got that experience in Alaska against Anchorage, tired and flying 20 hours and all that. And that popped up again today where we were fine. We've seen it before, we felt it before, and we know that we have a deep enough bench now that we can overcome that. And I think that was really a great lesson for my team. And I love to see them out there when they're struggling, but they're like, I know we're okay. Someone's going to catch fire. Someone's going to pick us up. So I really enjoy coaching this team, and I thought this was just a really fun basketball game. Really had a great time tonight.
Coach, can you talk about Morgan's performance tonight?
I can.
7 for 7 from the field, 20 points in 29 minutes. Can you just talk about all the energy? She seemed like she was everywhere, crashing the boards, getting steals.
Yeah.
Just her performance tonight.
Well, she's so underrated, in terms of our success. And I think, without question, you got to give Shanice and our senior Shanice and Raquana and Sylvia a lot of credit for changing the face of this program. But that junior class, that class we have right underneath them, boy, those kids are like perfect. They're perfect student athletes, and they do everything you ask of them. And they can be in the shadows and don't mind it. And then in a game like this, say, well, okay, I'm a stud too. I was a McDonald's All-American too. And that's Morgan Stroman. And it was time for her to come up. We thought we had a good matchups with Stro. She's so active. And I tell you, I end up cheering for her most of the time. And I actually really love that kid. So I'm happy for her.
It seemed like there were a few times where Michigan State really picked up the intensity, the energy level, and tried to make a rally. And every time they hit a shot, you guys seemed to have an answer. What do you think was the key for really weathering that storm?
Our bench. It's hard. Last year we won the ACC and we only had 4 people on the bench, and our starters were all playing in 30 minutes, and I don't know how we did it. I really don't. It was kind of smoke and mirrors, and we really had a very small margin of error. This year, they're great about calling for subs, so they're not making as many mistakes. For us to only have 10 turnovers tonight, the way we play, we averaged over 95 possessions a game, so we kept 85 of them. That's big for us, and so that's because we can keep them fresh. I thought when Stephanie Eaterstrom started that second half hitting, I was expecting zone. Susie's really smart, and when you get a really excited pressing team and then they come out of halftime usually a little bit flat after we've gotten our second win, and we're kind of like, it's a smart time to go zone, so I thought Eaterstrom answering the call right there was huge for us. And then Shelly Woods and Crystal Saunders also. Well, we made 1 3-pointer second half, 1 in the first and 5 in the second, totally changed the game.
Morgan, can you talk about, did the coach talk to you about doing anything specific today? Obviously, with getting hurt, it just seemed like he was just so active all over the place, crashing the boards, getting rebounds, steals. Can you just talk about the coach anything specific to you today about attacking, being aggressive?
Yeah, she just been telling me lately that she need the energy from me. She missed the Stro time, the Stro that she wants on the court. So, she just wants me to bring energy, and that's what I do. So, I just go out there, have fun, get my team hyped, and when I'm hyped, everybody else hyped. So.
I guess they don't count that missed layup, that last attempt.
No, see what happened.
See what it was, whatever.
Going too fast.
So it was not a shot attempt.
It seemed like the pressure defense that you guys play seemed to cause a little bit of trouble for Michigan State. 19 turnovers. Did you think that was big, or how did you feel they responded to it?
We absolutely had to turn them over. You could tell when they got the ball deep in the paint, or they took us off the dribble. Their points in the paint, they had 36 points in the paint. So what's our choice? I thought they had a little bit of an advantage down low, and I thought if they got in that paint, they'd give some trouble. So we were trying to just get the ball before they got there. And a lot of different presses. It's funny when you coach a team like mine and you try 3 or 4 different defenses, then you just find one where the kids are playing really hard. And we dug through our bag of tricks, and finally we found one that really they were 1 for 8 against, and it was towards the end of that first half. I thought it was huge for us.
Coach, can you talk about Quanah's injury? It seemed like it was pretty severe in the first
Yeah.
half. She said she came back, but it seemed
Yeah,
like she
no,
was saying.
yeah. You know, I wasn't happy to see it. I thought she was playing out of her mind. I thought she really, you know, I took a timeout in the first half, or it would come out of a timeout, and I really got on my kids, and I could see that she was ready, and she just changed her tune, and I thought she was going to have a monster game. I really thought so. When she went down, we went in halftime. I said, you know, Michigan State's got to feel real good about themselves. Three of their key players were sitting on the bench the entire half, and I didn't think Lil Williams was coming back, so I figured they felt good coming out of halftime. That's why I'm telling you, if Ederstrom doesn't hit those shots, maybe our confidence is down and maybe we're struggling. So I thought Stephanie Ederstrom answering the call was just huge. And that's what I'm telling you, like Stroman, Ederstrom, Saunders, like they don't get talked about enough. They're special kids and they step up and they really do come through. Really reliable young people.
Can you talk a little bit about Jasmine Hines? It seemed like she really, as a freshman,
Killed us.
it was real tough down there in the paint.
She sure was. Yeah. I kept trying to get a 3-second call. That was my best defense on her. I think the crowd understood. She gets real deep, and you know, I was impressed with her, and I thought she had great composure and just very efficient. She was really hurting us. So as I said, a lot of freshmen out there killing us, and the future's really bright here, really bright. Not surprised by it, but you should feel good about this team.